The idea was to take the UPMC Penguins partnership to another level and to create something that frankly doesn't exist anywhere else in the world.
When we conceived the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, we wanted to create something that had never been done before. Around the country, there are a lot of examples now of cooperation between the highest levels of sports and the highest level of sports medicine. But nowhere else in the country do we exist in the same building.
When we started to look and think about the concept of providing a facility like this, and we actually combed the country looking for a facility that we could possibly emulate.
So we went around and looked, came back to UPMC and said, we have good news and bad news. The bad news is there isn't a facility like this that exists anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world.
And the good news was there is no facility that exists like this. So we could be the first in developing it.
The uniqueness about the facility is to combine sports medicine with a professional sports team and performance training. So you can have the full circle of training, performance, injury prevention, and injury treatment.
It's incredibly exciting. Not only are we serving the Penguins in their day-to-day care, but we're also serving the local community with the same level of expertise as well as resources.
Our goal here is to have the #1 sports performance center in the country.
When I came to see the facility, I was in awe. With Gary Roberts taking part in this, Dr. Wright, there's no other facility in the world that can match what this facility is going to produce. And now that it's built, it's time to develop some world-class programming between the sports performance, the ice hockey portion, and then the medical side with UPMC.
The UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex is for the Penguins. But more importantly, the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex is for athletes and active people of all ages and skill levels.
The facility is really for any active person. We're going to have services from prevention to medical treatment to performance enhancement.
We want you to come when you sprain your ankle. We want you to come when you have a bigger injury that's going to take you off the field. And we want you to come just to learn how to improve your own performance.
One of our key visions is growth and enhancement and always being on the cutting edge. We want to create new research. We want to evaluate.
In hockey, we have an amazing opportunity to really ask hard questions that have never been asked before.
The specific research we'll be looking at is concussion research, obviously. The other thing is new treatments and new surgeries, hockey-specific injuries. And for the first time in hockey, we can actually utilize science. And the unique thing about the UPMC side of it is the treatment center's right here. It actually overlooks the ice. While people are getting rehab, they can actually watch the Penguins practice.
We know that part of getting well is being inspired. Because I don't know about you, but I can't think of anything more inspiring than seeing great athletes while I'm trying to get better.
All of our patients can see that the same care that goes into taking care of a team goes to take care of them.
We are doing research at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex that will truly take sport to the next level, working under one umbrella. So this scientist is working with this scientist to look at things like how is this stem cell improving the performance on the ice or on the field of our athlete.
We look at sports medicine as really a comprehensive approach to managing an athlete's care.
Athletes have different expectations and goals, and their desire is to return back to play at a very high level. This has to be done safely as well as in a timely fashion. This takes a large team of individuals, physicians, athletic trainers, strength and conditioning coach,
Orthopedic surgeons, primary care sports doctors, physical medicine and rehab physicians.
We have everyone that you need to get better after you've been injured. We don't have to call on the phone to see what we should be doing next. We walk right over to the performance gym, tell the performance coach what we've just done for this athlete so that we can hand off care one to another. It provides amazing continuity. To have everybody in the same place just raises the bar. You don't have to go anywhere. We're all there to serve you. I want to know how to make a specific injury better, but really, we are building better athletes from the inside out.
It's a very unique situation. We're getting the same level of care that the professional top athletes are getting across the country, all under one roof, to be able to provide service for the athlete from beginning to end or at any point in between. Besides the sports medicine side and the practice facility for the Penguins,
There's a performance training center that UPMC has that Gary Roberts is heading up.
At 41, Gary Roberts needs any edge he can get. One way he's been able to compete for 20 years is by eating right, something he learned early on from coach Badger Bob Johnson in Calgary.
Badger Bob was really hard on me, I felt, as a young player, and I think he got me to a point where I was either going to quit or become a fitness fanatic, and luckily for me, I chose the latter.
Really excited to be back in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a place that I loved to play. I love the fans, love the city, and I'm thrilled to be bringing the program that I've developed over the last 5 years after I retired and during my career to Pittsburgh.
When I first met Gary, we didn't have enough time to talk about hockey. You know, we had 3 days. But when you get together with somebody like Gary Roberts with his experience and his expertise, not only on the ice but off the ice, the ideas start flowing. We have so many ideas that I think are going to turn into practice here in a little while.
We'll be looking at the latest science and latest techniques in performance training, specifically for hockey, but also for other sports.
I really believe that I was able to prolong my career the last 13 years because of my lifestyle choices away from the rink. The nutrition is a huge part of our program, and we teach the young players how to grocery shop, how to cook, how to live on their own. If you eat the right fuel and get the right rest, you'll recover and you'll perform well. With
600 kids that are going to be coming through here with the Penguins Elite programs, we'll be able to watch and see what works and what doesn't work when it comes to training.
We've been very successful at training other athletes also. This facility will get that opportunity. And I tell all my players and all my athletes that I work with, it's what you do away from me that's more important than what you do with me. And if you're with me for 2 hours a day and you're on your own for the other 22 hours a day, what are you doing? Are you eating right? Are you sleeping well? Are you drinking enough water? Train, refuel, recover, perform. And it basically tells you that you've got to train right, you've got to refuel properly, helps you to recover, and in the end, it helps you to perform.
The other thing we're going to have is a community rink. There's 2 sheets of ice here.
One of our rinks is the community rink. We have a rapid hand station. We have a rapid shot where kids can come and improve.
Matt Herr was at the University of Michigan. He won national championship there. He was a captain there. He was drafted in the NHL and in Major League Baseball. Matt also was part of USA Hockey in our development of their ADM program. He works really well with kids. He's a smart guy who can bring all of these moving pieces together.
I was lucky enough to play in the National Hockey League. I also played a little baseball back in the day, so when I saw the batting cages, I was pretty excited as well. We want athletes, and to have some kind of other sport in our facilities also pretty intriguing.
The Pittsburgh Penguins Elite, the AAA program, is going to be housed here.
As much as the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite Tier 1 team is playing out of our facility, the goal is to better hockey in the entire Pittsburgh community. It's not just, hey, we're dealing with Tier 1 hockey, because it might be the kid from North Pittsburgh. It might be the kid from the South Side that are the NHL stars. There are a lot of hockey players out there, and the goal of this facility is to service them all.
The second rink's equipped with clear boards, so it can be utilized for sled hockey.
When they were thinking about what the facility could be, that was a wonderful aspect to include, to add the sled hockey players.
It'll also be open to the public. People from all over Western Pennsylvania can take advantage of the off-ice training center, the skill development center, where the rapid hands, rapid shot, and synthetic ice are going to be.
Kids can come in at any time and use this. It's not like they have to have ice. You can walk right in and use the facility. So when you talk about long-term athlete development, it has to fall on the hockey player a little bit. And the one thing great about this facility is you can come in, you can get a nice, organic, healthy meal at the cafe, and you can hang out all day if you want. It's a built-in babysitter for mom and dad. Give them a swipe card and they can have some fun in the skills area. It's definitely a great place to come and bring your family, and also to develop world-class hockey players.
The difference between this facility and other facilities around the country is the connection with the sports medicine side. And for the first time, combined sports medicine and science-based performance training with on-ice hockey development. It's going to be utilized not just us for practice, not just youth hockey, but as an epicenter for training, performance training, and measurement.
With the World Cup coming in, we have the facilities for those teams from Finland, from Russia, Team USA to come in and train at our facility.
We're talking to the NHL about using it for the NHL Combine. Universities are looking at us for training camps. National teams are looking at bringing their teams here for a couple weeks in the summer. You no longer will have to go to Toronto to get the best training. You can come to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh has done it very well, and I think this is just another piece in the puzzle to keep encouraging the growth, and hopefully we're going to see the results of that in a few years.
The key for this facility is that it's a one-stop shop.
The goal is to combine everything that Gary and myself have seen and Vonda in the world of medicine to put that world-class training into play.
Bringing together elite sports medicine, and elite research will not only raise the bar for caring for athletes of all ages and skill levels, but we are going to become a hub in this region for families.
Yes, we're going to train elite athletes. Yes, we're going to have high-end programming, but it's also for the young man or woman that wants to learn to skate and, you know, have fun with the game, because not many make it to the National Hockey League. If we're lucky, we'll see some college hockey players in this area, but in the end, we all end up in beer league hockey. And so it's just a matter of what age we do.
In 10 years from now, we'll look back and say, we've learned so much, we've done so much research, we know so much more now than we did then. This is not just a practice facility.
It's a medical facility, it's a performance training center, it's a research center, it's a youth hockey center.
This is not simply 2 sheets of ice in a practice facility. This is so much more.